What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So I gotta say something before I go into this because you see the title of the video, you understand what it's going to be about. And I just did something similar to this with eFootball, and it's just the truth. That's the bottom line. It's just the truth. And I'm going to speak the truth. But I must start this off in a positive by saying, aesthetically, man, this looks sharp. Aesthetically speaking, you gotta say, UFL's done a great job with the kits, with the customization. I've said that since day one. They've done a great job. Um, the menus are a little dry, right? The menu is a little dry because they're also pretty empty, and it kind of portrays that with not much going on there. But they did a great job with their whatever. Who knows what the hell this is? But anyway, um, playing the actual game. Here's where you're at. You're either a very new to football player that can't handle the advanced nature of FC, or you're somebody that isn't a very skilled football player. You've been playing a long time, but you're not very knowledgeable of the game, and so and you can't understand the actual football, and so those two ways UFL is perfect for you. And you're gonna think I'm being a dick, but I'm being just truthful, and I'll explain. 1 sec, I gotta throw this away. So when you play UFL and you put it side by side to FC, it's not even a question unless you don't really know football. If you do, you understand that the automatic connected passes, the lack of ability to play through balls in any given situation, they can only be at certain angles, the ability in actual, like, I guess you could say, reward you get for just dribbling in circles with one player and just dribbling around with one player as opposed to passing. We haven't even got to all the glitches yet, right? The only thing that I would say is realistic as far as like UFL is if you really force it to be the pace of the game. The pace of the game and then the movement of the players, right? Whereas FC is a little too quick and more arcade-like. But in UFL, they constantly are trying to like mimic FC over and over and over. They have a few unique things, but for the most part, you have a game that's it's just worse than FC, but it's just the truth. Okay? And so you have two options, right? You can spend your 60 to 80 every single time. Now, if you follow this channel, you know that I've had an account where I had all of the top players, and I went all the way to the top. Look up Daily Grind, look up UFL Football Game Documentary, episodes 1 through 5, Daily Grind, episodes 1 through 10. You'll see I had all the best players. Then I had all the green skins. Then with this brand new account, I have all of these game changers. And there's Player of the Month, a new one coming, right? And I can keep going and going and going. And at the end of the day, it means nothing. Right? It means none of this crap really means anything. And that's just the truth. That is just the truth. Because you go out and you play, and you want your Mbappe or your Ronaldo, right? Or you can build these players up. But right now I'm at a point where it is a bit of a challenge, but you can definitely feel when you're going against Mbappe and Ronaldo and you don't have a full 91 team. But I'm trying to still have fun boosting my team up, okay? And that can be fun, by the way, boosting these players up. In this, they did a good job, except for the fact that now what? Pretend I have my same 91 rated team from months ago with Holland here, Ronaldo here with a cam roll, Mbappe, I had Son, I had Camavinga, Chouameni, I had Van de Ven, Van Dijk, Dumfries, and Udogie at 91, and I had like whoever I wanted in keeper. All 91s. I had like Dembele on the bench. Whoever, you get what I'm saying. The whole team's fully stacked. So now what? Well, I either use the green cards or these cards, just like it says here, until September, right? Or I keep buying these new upgrade cards. Maybe there's an overlap. Like maybe Palmer gets a Player of the Month card too. Well, is it worth going with that over this? I highly doubt it. Or maybe both have dribbling, but the other one has like heading instead of long shots. I don't know. Or a different skill upgrade instead. Are you really going to put money in just for that? No. You're not. Right? If you boosted all these players to 91 or you have them higher up, are you really going to go and buy a new skin to replace your Calafiori with his boost? With, I don't know, a Udogi with different boost? No, you're going to keep Calafiori with his boost at least till September. Right? And then you're probably going to go, wait a second. With the way this system works, every few months they're going to expect me to spend 50, 60, 80 bucks just to get all these skins. So, it's just nonsense. And I agree with Hama. I do agree with that. You can bring like a little known like Omanami. You can make him into a 91 player. Kolpani. Players that you wouldn't use. I do love that aspect. But they did slow down because this is an RTG squad. They slowed down the boosting big time. Right? It used to be super quick, but they didn't reverse it. So that means that all those players at the beginning, like my original account, I shot up to 91 super fast. And I almost feel bad for those guys in a way, because even though they get to come out with full 91 squads and all these extra skills that you get for every time you boost up, after you're 91, they still have just nothing to do. Nothing to do. Unless they want to every 4 months keep paying for these every few months, right? Because these skins in September. So then let's say September 12th comes and this Bissek skin's gone and he's now like an 89 and a new Bissek skin comes out and a new Caicedo and a new. So that means that every few months they want you to spend 60 to 80, 60 to 80 to get new skins. Screw that. Or to buy new players to put these kind of skins on that only last till September or the next, or after that, January and then March, and then every few months it's the same thing. I mean, what are they going to do, right? People haven't been talking about that, the what's next on the team building. So, for example, what Lycoma is talking about, it's cool to build up random players, which I agree. So let's say I build up Omanami right here. Let's say I build him up to a 91. He's top rated. I've had all these skills turned to high effect. Now what? That's my question. Now what? He's never going to get a player of the month skin most likely, but even if he does, and then I buy that, now what? Now what? You're just done. You're done. What am I going to do? Go say, okay, good job, Omanami. You're 91. Your turn to start, Euro. Now it's your turn to get in there. Let's say I didn't have Euro and he was 80 or whatever. No, I'm going to play my 91 Omanami with all these amazing skills because now I'm at the top of the game and I want to compete. So now you just have that one team and you're playing over and over. Their system is not meant to last, guys. Do it in your head. Write it down on paper. Pretend all your team's 91 rated. And even if you want, pretend they all get these special skins and they're all boosted to the gills until, September. Then September comes, those skins go away. You spent $60 to get all these skins. They go away in September. Then you put 60 more bucks in to get the new version of those skins? Then a couple more months goes by and it's another 60. So you're paying essentially every 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, you're going 60 or 80 bucks, 60 or 80 bucks, 60 or 80 bucks, 60 or 80 bucks. Just for skins. Right? I mean, you tell me where I'm missing something. The problem is people aren't looking at the future enough. They're getting sucked up in the new skins, in the, oh, this is cool, and in the build up for now. But this game is finite. It's not infinite. Right? FC is infinite because every year you start over. That's a planned thing. That's a by design. Just like in eFootball, I got so bored. I just talked about it. I got every pay-to-win player. I put over $700 in, which is crazy. But I did it as an investment in the channel. I had Hullet. I had Rijkaard. I had Ruminage. I had Roberto Carlos. Cafu. Who else did I have? I had an Arojo with all these special, with the aerial four, which is a special skill over there, right? Mbappe, whoever. I had them all. And then I was bored as hell because every week new players come out that they want you to spend up to $150 on to get 3 top players, and I already had everybody. I had players who would be starters in top teams in my reserves. So within 2 months of playing eFootball, I was bored as hell because I had everything. It's the same thing in UFL. Once you get to 91 and get the skins, okay, now what? You just keep buying skins? They're money grubbing systems. They're not meant to be a longevity system. Even eFootball, oh, you get to keep the players forever. But that's the whole thing. It's taking away from the player building aspect. Now you get to keep these 91s forever, and you're just done. You're just done. You spent all this money, and the difference is UFL is trying to keep you spending by adding new skins to your top-ranked players every few months, so you keep on a loop spending the 60 to 80 to get the new skins out of these. Right? They want you to keep buying these every few months to where it's like 1 in 9 is going to guarantee you a special skin until you get them all. As you see here, it's designed for you to get them all or most of them. And they're going to do that every few months to you. But your players are going to get to where they're all 91 rated and there's nowhere to go. You're going to have a full 91 team. And then you're just going to be bored out of your mind. Just like in eFootball, they take all your money and you're either going to say, oh no, I'm bored, I want to keep player building, that's fun. And you're going to keep going. So instead of settling for Roberto Carlos, you're going to go, he's good left back, but I'll take Maldini now too. Okay, I got Cafu on the right side. Nope, I'll take Thuram now. So they bank on you either spending your money, and at least they got your money, or you continue to spend, even though you don't need any new players. You continue to spend because you're addicted to that part. At least in FC, every year you restart and you rebuild your team with new promos, and you always have a shot at getting great players. Within a few weeks over there, I got full 94, 95, like top-rated TOTS players. Which when I start my stream in a bit, you can see for yourself. You can look at my old streams. Now, is that game perfect? Hell no. Right? I have a series out right now. It will actually transcend and talk about a lot with 2 legends, Inception and Nick Runs the Foot Market. A lot of problems with all football games in general. But in particular with FC, they have terrible servers, terrible lag delay, and an extremely toxic ratty community, which the rats are getting pretty damn low level, low skill, and bad in UFL and eFootball as well. But they're everywhere, and they definitely are a problem for FC too. So don't think that I'm saying that FC is just this perfect game. But it's far and away a better option. And I haven't even got to on the pitch yet, guys. I haven't even got to on the pitch yet. I literally didn't even finish my champs or my showdown this weekend because players started scoring goals and passing it around the back, and you can't do anything about it in showdown. You can't do anything about it in UFL like you can in FC. I had a player try to do it this same weekend, just literally hours after the player in UFL tried to do it, but you can actually steal the ball. So I actually got it from the FC player and scored. Ended up actually missing a chance at the end to actually tie the game and come back because the player was trying to waste time. In UFL, you can't do anything about it because they still don't have an adequate defensive system. Right? So I invest my money, I try to have fun. I built my own version of an RTG squad to make up for the fact that they have nothing that they give to new accounts in this game, which shows me that they don't care about new players. They're just trying to take money from existing players before they ride off in the sunset and close the game down. Because if you go try to start a new account yourself and go look what you get, you tell me that they're trying to get new players with what you get after a new account. Go start one. If you think I'm wrong, go start a brand new account like you're a new kid that just finished football season and now you want to get into football gaming. Oh, UFL looks awesome. So you go start your UFL account. Look what they give you, and they expect you within, if you're a good enough player on the sticks, within like a week or so or a couple of days, whatever it is, however much you grind, you're going to be playing full 91 squads. And look what they give you in UFL with a new account. I literally had to make it where I put my own money in. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. So while they're going in the right direction, while they've always had the best customization, while the game is getting microscopically better, you add all that nonsense up off the pitch, with the fact that you still have all this nonsense, all the glitches on the pitch, the fact that the game in itself, to its core, attracts all the rats. Just like eFootball, even though none of the 3 football games are in a great spot right now, if you're looking for playing the best football game, you just can't justify playing this over FC. Especially here. At least eFootball, they kind of try to go their unique route. UFL had the unique, more manual route they were going, and they shit the bed and went with what they went with and ruined their game. And now, I truly can't look at you guys in the eye, in the proverbial eye, and tell you guys the honest truth. I'm sorry, I can't look you in the eye and tell you guys that UFL is worth playing without feeling like I'm not telling you guys the honest truth. The honest truth is that if you're going to put your time into a football game right now, FC is by far the best option. Now you can check my streams and see it, and you can see that I get pissed off over there too. The servers suck over there. There's a lot of issues. Even with all that said, FC is by far the best option. So, defending in UFL is so bullshit. It's not about you defending. It's more about how good is your opponent. Exactly. That's what I mean. There's so much shit you can go down the list. The defenders aren't adequate to defend the attackers, so you got to kind of have your own skill in UFL, which isn't true to football, where you're kind of anticipating where your opponent's going to attack, which will either allow you to win the ball, or they'll be good enough at attacking where you literally, no matter how good you defend, you can't do anything about it. That's why they are able to pass the ball around the back and you can't do anything about it. Unlike FC, where if team tries to pass it around the back, you can constant pressure and you will get that ball back. You will, 100%. The better you are, the quicker you'll get it, but you will get it either way. In UFL, no. Defending is so messed up that they can just score a goal and keep the ball. That you literally can just dribble all over with one player and find success. That you actually have to try super hard to make it look realistic with the passing in UFL. And it can be fun without a doubt. Until you face all these rats, and then you realize, nope, I'm going to FC where I can deal with rats adequately, where it's a better game, where there's way more content, where there's way better players, where if you want to do an RTG or pay to play or whatever, it's way better. The system's way better. I'm not just going to boost my team to 91 then have nothing to do except buy skins over and over every couple months. I mean, you guys tell me where I'm wrong. We can go anywhere. And then people will just not speak with facts. They'll say, well, it's a new game. Give it a chance. Okay, well, answer what's going to happen when everyone's 91 rated. What's going to happen when another patch comes, patch number like 100, and they still haven't fixed all the glitches that have been in since day one? How much longer are you going to say, oh, it's just a new game? They'll fix it. No, they would have already fixed it. They would have fixed it somewhere along the 8 years of production and then the 10 patches that they've had since it came out to the public. What you have right now is what you're going to get. And it's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's better than it has been in past instances. But they have a remarkable road to go down. A remarkable hill to climb. Really a mountain to climb. If they want to be anywhere in the conversation with FC. But right now, it's not even worth playing UFL. If you want, keep it on your back burner. I know I will. And come back to it when it's a much better game. But for now, I'll provide you with content. Like, look, using this 4-2-3-1 wide, the biggest thing that I'll tell you is it worked because I was able to isolate the defenders. And having non-stacked attackers, having this deep player attack helped me a ton. Right? Now, what I can say is taking away one of these CDMs to put in the attack can absolutely work, and that's where I'm going to release tactics to help out without a doubt, because I still want to help those players that play, but that doesn't mean I'm going to lie to you and say it's worth playing. If I were you, I would go play FC. Now, if you just don't agree with that, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to still try to help you in UFL. But I just can't look at you and lie to you like a lot of content creators would do and tell you, oh, dude, this game's great, dude. Don't listen to anybody. Play this game, bro. This game's the best. And then I'd take this team into a game, dominate, and then help you guys with whatever stats. Meanwhile, I'm just not telling you the truth. That, the better game is FC, and I play that later or offline. You get what I'm saying? I just can't do it. I want to be honest and cover these games the right way, and that means that if the games are good, I'll say it. If the games are bad, they're bad. FC has its own issues with servers and stuff, but overall it's just a much better game. And so that's what I'm going to be committing to playing and to getting better at and to truly investing most of my time in. If you've been part of this channel, you know that I go from each game telling you guys God's honest truth, the good, the bad, everything in the middle. And I put my time into the best football game because that's the goal. To help others that love to play football, to help others reach their potential in the best football game. And right now, that's FC. And we'll see what happens outside of that. If you have any questions, as always, leave in the comments. Does this mean, just like I said in eFootball, does this mean I'm done covering UFL? Hell no. No different than like Nick runs a foot market. We'll occasionally play eFootball, but at the same time, I'll cover it more so than that. We have Unreal Discord communities that are still involved. We'll have our own cups and tournaments still, because in those you can actually remove the ability to do glitches. You can actually say no smart assist in eFootball. You can actually say no lob through balls to lock up the defenders. No passing around the back if you take the lead, right? Which should be a given. But we can make our own rules and make the game fun, so we absolutely will do that. The question will be how strong the community stays as they realize that, okay, this isn't the best football game, right? If they still say, all right, we'll give it a chance just to keep it going, well, then we'll have our own cups, our own leagues. But if everyone decides to go to FC and play it because it's the best game, well, then I can't blame them, and I'll be right there with them too. And in FC, there's enough modes and stuff where you can have your own tournaments and leagues and it'd still be fun, but there's just so much to do over there, you don't need to do that. Whereas UFL and eFootball, there's so little to do as far as outside divisions goes that you have time to create your leagues and champs and, your own league, and tournaments and stuff like that. So I just wanted to let you guys know that's where I stand. I know Player of the Month's coming. I have no idea what this is. I just opened the little skins that I got from the few games I played in the showdown. I put a good effort into climbing up, and it just gets old, guys. It just gets old. You can see we went right back to winning, right? I've only ever lost one game in division, only a few in showdown, and it's just not worth it, guys. It's just not worth playing this type of low-level football when you could play much higher-level football in FC and be much more rewarded for it. And it just makes more sense. It's more exciting to go in, to play, to then get towards the end of the year, start practicing for next year, eventually playing PlayStation tournaments, which I don't know if I'll be able to do that this year with the new account, but we'll see. But it just gives you extra FC points to then go in and build your team next year. If not, you get Ultimate Edition, you get your 4,600 FC points, and you start building a new team, and you see who you build around this year, and you start up, and you play great football throughout. You get great rewards throughout. That's what it's all about. There's just not enough of that in UFL. So off the pitch, you have nothing. You have dog shit. On the pitch, you have all the glitches, all the nonsense. Players that can keep the ball after scoring around the back and you can't do nothing about it. Defending that's inadequate. Glitches that just won't go away. A shooting system that's so juvenile it's ridiculous. Stupid animations that don't make sense by the keeper. Random post hitting that comes, it doesn't make sense. Right? Just a ton of nonsense. And then you have to try to make the game look good. And if you have a rat as a opponent, well, the game's as good as dead because of that rat. It's going to turn into a joke fest. And in FC, as much as the lag delay and the inconsistent gameplay does suck, it's still a way lesser of the three evils between UFL and eFootball. I feel like I can't go into any more detail than that. If you have any comments, if you disagree, if you agree, whatever, let me know under this video after I'm done. Under any video, join our Discord, let me know. I will not be abandoning this game, but I will be staying tuned, but while putting the most of my time into the best football game right now, as always. And that's just the bottom line is it's FC. So we'll see how your response is, and maybe things could change, but I still just got to be truthful with you. I'll choose that any day over, lying just to get clicks and views. So I hope you can appreciate that. If not, I apologize. You can unfollow and not watch me, and I understand if that's how you feel. But for those of you sticking around, I look forward to seeing you in any of the football games we join in the future. For now, I'm headed to FC to start my live, so I'll see you over there maybe, and if not, good luck. Peace out.